Hi there! Sensei Victoria Whitfield here, and this is your weekly love letter from the dojo at naturalintuition.com, your source for channeled holistic stress management techniques and guidance for developing your natural intuition. This week in particular, Source is saying it's time for you to own it. Own it. Whatever's coming up when we say own it, it's time for you to take ownership. This is about taking personal responsibility, about claiming and really accepting into you something that you may have been hiding, avoiding, or when it comes up, you push it to the side. Especially the guides say, own your natural intuition. What does that mean? What that means is develop, accept, and cultivate your relationship with your natural intuition. Learn about her. Practice using her. Own it. Don't dabble here and there or believe, but then if someone asks, kind of couch away or cower away from it. No. Own it. You know that was the right decision for you, and when you didn't make it, you're kicking yourself in the face like, I knew that I should have done this. Why didn't I follow my gut feelings? Why didn't I follow my intuition? Why didn't I see the signs? Or moreover, why didn't I accept the signs that I did see? Right? This is a little bit of tough love, but it's because I believe in you. We believe in you here at the Tribe at the Dojo. The source is behind you always. Own it this week. It's not just your natural intuitive sense, by the way, which everyone has. I don't care how unspiritual people want to say others are, or how people want to say that they are. Like, I'm not into that woo-woo stuff. Okay. You get hunches as if that isn't intuition. I'm going to leave that there because I could go on a whole rant, and we want to keep this to a reasonable amount of time. But it's time that you own it. It's not just your natural intuition, though. It may be that you messed up. And because we are taught to perform and perform at a high A level, right? A for awesome. Always get A's. There's no other letters in the alphabet because there's only A. We're taught to perform at a high level, and A means not just awesome but acceptable. And if you don't do an A performance or produce an A level product, then you're not acceptable. Own it. If you have like an ear that's out to the side, or a chipped tooth, or a gap in your teeth, right? Or if you have a mole, or a little bit of extra juice in your shape, own it. Rather than punishing, ignoring, downplaying, hiding, own it. I used to have a lot of self-consciousness about the gap in my teeth, especially because from time to time it makes me whistle unexpectedly. But I wouldn't smile because I was so shy to do it, right? To show that, I don't have perfect teeth. No, I've never had braces. But it took a dentist who has a bit more of a spiritual mindset saying, no, Victoria, your teeth come together so beautifully. God created them so beautifully. No, you don't need braces. For him to be so passionate about the natural shape of my smile, for me to say, wait a minute, maybe I don't have hideous teeth. Maybe it's okay for me to have a gap in my teeth. And then one of my aunts just flat out said, it's sexy. Madonna has a gap in her teeth. But own your imperfections. Don't let them slow you down. In fact, the mistakes of our lives and the imperfections that we have and have to deal with not only color our lives and make you unique, but it also gives us depth. If you have been able to make a mistake and come out on the other side of it, that means you have a depth of wisdom, right? You've gone down another level, right? Knowing what not to do. You have a new depth of wisdom that wasn't there before. Accept, integrate, and own that wisdom. Own the fact that it happened and that you can own this present moment being the best version of yourself, the highest vibrational version of yourself, the most present moment of yourself. Don't let it weigh you down. I'm hearing the oracle cards calling the energy. The deck this week in particular is Life Purpose Oracle Cards deck. So the angels are showing us more of our sense of direction, as well as giving us inspiration if we feel a little bit stuck and crusty energetically. Angels, what do we need to know right now about owning it? Is there something that we're not owning about our brilliance that maybe you could tell it? Ooh. Oh my. Children! Oh my goodness. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. I'm being guided to speak to someone very much so in particular. I won't say your name, but the guides are telling me you're going to watch this love letter when it airs or whenever you click on it. You know that you're supposed to be working with children, but you think because I don't have my master's of education with kids, or because I don't have kids of my own, or because my kids are a certain age, you have this story. I really don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm going to stay specific. The guides are telling me to do so. I'm getting really warm right now. You have a story that you keep telling yourself to avoid the fact that you are supposed to be working with children. Maybe you're afraid of what they may do. You know, kids can smack you in the face or say the most rude things, or even simply by them being children can bring up scary parts of our own childhood. It's time for you to own it. This week in particular. It may not be like, oh, I'm going to take that job working with kids, or start that part of my business giving back to kids, or something like that. It may be just this week really journaling and saying, you know what, I've been avoiding this about working with children, and it's time for me to own that. The minute you're aware of it, it starts to heal. But especially if you're called to work with children, but you're having a fear around it, thinking that, or telling yourself a story that you're not good enough, the guides are saying you need to reach out and get help with that. So whether it's working on your energy here at the dojo to raise your vibration open enough to share with children and cultivate that vision that you see, or if it's going to a therapist and really a psychotherapist so that you can process what aspects of your childhood are coming up for you when you see children. You really have got to own it this week in particular. It's time to take action. Okay? Send me an email back, comment below. Tell me what's coming up for you. I'm curious to hear, who out there am I talking to? Was it you? You don't have to say what your situation is if it's quite private, but just give me a post below and say, you're talking to me. You know, I get those all the time, and I love to see who Source had me channel to in particular. I never know unless you tell me. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube so that you get your love letter first, and share this with someone. If I was saying you and you're like, oh my God, she's talking to blah blah blah, send it to blah blah blah. Don't hold back. Why would you hold back? Own the fact that you were hearing that person's name in the energy, and help them on their way. All right, I'm sending you so much love and blessings. And you ready for it? Mwah! I'll see you next week.